Hey, okay, Mogul Chix. I don't know what that was about, but it looks like the Facebook gods are being sticky today. And it looks like my connection is acting up, so I apologize for that. And what I wanted to do was kind of simultaneously broadcast, but I couldn't do that. But anyway, enough about the technical difficulties. I am so excited because some of you know that I have been in the midst of a sort of a crisis. I had a car accident in May. I had a lot of things going on. I had some delays going on, and I just have been kind of down. So I was reading, you guys know I post things for you guys every now and then, well, every day usually. And I post like different articles. Hopefully they'll inspire you or they'll motivate you to do better, to dig deeper. And it was this one article that I did not post that I read on my own. Hey, I read it on my own, and it was about the Superwoman syndrome. Now, what does this have to do with you, and what does this have to do with the announcements that I have to make? You'll see in a minute. So all of this ties in. You guys have known me for a long time, and you know that I am very much about my business. You know that I am very serious about motivating and inspiring women, and I'm serious about building a $100 million brand. Yes, I put a number to it. I named it, I claimed it, $100 million brand. That is what I'm looking forward to. And I'm ready. I'm ready. And I'm hoping that you guys are ready to build one too. Whatever that number is for you, that works for you. So for me, it was a bit of a difficulty for me when I had to kind of be sideswiped or put to the side or back burnered all of my plans that I had for the summer. I was sitting around the other day, and as September rolled in, I said, oh my God, I didn't accomplish anything in September. What the heck? So I was a little angry with myself, a little upset, and got a little depressed. I get that way sometimes when you've got that A-type personality and you're used to having things at a certain level, and you give your all the time, you get upset when things come and kind of throw a monkey wrench in your plans. And that's what happened to me. The accident, thank God, I knock wood, I'm okay. By most standards. I mean, I still have a lot of back pain, a lot of neck pain. I'm still seeing doctors and all of that, and I will be having surgery eventually, but I'm alive. I was able to walk away. God watched over me in that instant, and I am happy. I'm okay. I live in pain. But I thought about it as I read this article, and they were talking about the Superwoman syndrome. And a lot of people look to me as if they're kind of like that guide or that role model that she can do she can do everything, she can do it all. And yeah, I love to be that person. I love it, but the reality is I'm human and I can't. As much as I want to, I can't. But I know you guys struggle with the same thing sometimes, especially as your businesses, your companies are growing. You feel kind of like you're pulled in 50 different directions, and you feel like you have to do everything and anything. And it's hard when someone throws a monkey wrench in it, or an accident happens, or something comes up and that big wall comes right in the middle of your path. For a moment, you may want to sit back like I did, sulk in my bed, have my tea and my cookies and kind of cry in my tea, talking about why couldn't I, why didn't I, how come? And I know we've all been there. I've been there, you've been there, we've all been there. But some good friends of mine, one who's on here now, hey, Melissa, gives me some sparks of motivation at times. So when I'm feeling really down, and I may not say it to them or may not have gotten to it, but they always know when to say the exact right thing to make me cheer up, buck up, put my big girl drawers on, and figure out, hey, this is what happens. We get like this. We have these obstacles. So are we going to sit and wallow in it, or are we going to sit there and try to beat up the obstacle like we're tough and we're powerful and nobody can beat us? We got to find a middle ground. And that's what I've had to do over this summer. Now, it sucked because I wanted to travel to different cities and come out and meet you guys and have conversations and answer questions and get you all familiar with the Mogul Chix brand. Yes, it is about the branding as well, but it's about the experience and helping you guys and guide you in growing your companies. And you know me, I don't say businesses, I say companies, because that's what we're doing. We're building scalable companies. We're building legacies and generational wealth that we're leaving for our children and our nieces and nephews and whoever else. So when I was sidelined this summer, I had a lot of time to think. Three of my biggest disappointments were the not being able to travel, because of the accident, and I'm still not able to travel. The delay in the magazine, and a delay in my radio show, my radio network, excuse me. I flip-flop back and forth whether or not I wanted to do a show. So I'm going to make the first announcement now, and then I'll get into my content, and then I'll make the rest. I'm not going to keep you guys a long time. My first announcement is, you guys know I've been working on Mogul Chix Radio, and we're looking for hosts to come in and dazzle the audience and share that content and those words of wisdom. And my show, my individual show, when I said I wasn't going to do a show, I said I was going to let everybody else do a show under the Mogul Chix Radio. I have made the decision. Guess who's back? I will be back on the airways this Friday morning at 10:30 a.m. And we're going to do it so different this time. We're going to make sure that we're not just giving you an experience that's auditory. We're going to make sure that we incorporate video, and we're going to have the hottest guests, the most inspiring guests, women who are millionaires, multimillionaires, people who have been there, done that, got the t-shirt and the mug. The people who are fierce, come on board and represent, because you guys can listen to any podcast, any radio show, but you want to learn from people who have been there, done that. I can only show you so much. I can only take you so far on my own. I've accomplished a lot, and I don't by any means diminish what I've done, but I know I still got a long way to go. So I'm excited about that. So thank you guys. Yes, thank you. So Friday, I will be back on the air, and you will get that announcement. And those of you who are in the Mogul Chix page, who are members, you get an email or a private message with the link to the show. We want to make this viral. So I need you guys to help me out, and I need you guys to be as excited. Share your questions. No question is too small. No question is too big. No question is too hard to answer. If you want to be multimillionaires, if you want to grow legacies with your companies, ask the questions. You have to ask the questions. A closed mouth don't get fed. That's what my dad used to say. So thank you, Tika. So I want all of you on here, Monica, Patrice, Melissa, Tika. There was somebody else on here I didn't see. I said Patrice. Okay, because it's going by so fast. Teresa, all of you guys, thank you for joining in. So let me share some of the thoughts that I had about Superwoman syndrome. And it's hard to articulate to people what I'm feeling when they look to me to be that kind of superwoman. So I'm taking my cape off. I'm telling you ladies to take your capes off, and let's hash this out. So here's some things that come to mind when I think about Superwoman syndrome, and I have other announcements to make as well. So anyway, there is, we look at it when we have a company, we think about, we have to do this, we have to do that. I need to do every single thing in my company. And you all know you've been there, because I know most of you, and I know how you roll. You've been to the point where it's like, I have to take care of this. I have to take care of that. I need to do this. I need to do that. And we run ourselves ragged. We take that cape out, we put it on, we put that S on our chest, and we handle it. But we act like big girls because we know that that's what's expected of us. That's what the world looks to us to do. And it's okay for a certain amount of time. Now, let me tell you something. I saw the movie Superwoman, and I was somewhat inspired by it. We're not Amazons like her. We are not 6 feet tall women with powerful cuffs on our wrists. We're not women who have a cape on our back or S's on our chest. We're human beings, which means that we're not infallible. We have faults. We have mishaps. We have delays, and we need to learn how to deal with that. Because I look at it like this. There was a point in my life where I was afraid to admit defeat on anything. And I was afraid to ask for help, because my thought was, if I ask for help, they'll look at me as weak. If I ask for help, they may say no. So I overcompensated by going above and beyond and helping people. And all of you who know me and aren't here, you know that's how I've been. I've been that way before. It would be where I would give of myself before I even asked for anything in return. No matter how badly I needed assistance or help or just like an ear, I would always make sure that I was that person to be that person for everybody else. And in the process, it really broke me down inside, because it made me tired. It made me mentally and physically tired, and that's how No You Can't Pick My Brain came about. So, some small blessings, but we can't be all things to everybody. The next point is, you shouldn't be the business. Now, some of you, your business is, your name is your business. You are that person. I can give an example. Kathy Ireland Worldwide. Her name is on that business. Jay Stone, her name is her business. Bethany Frankel is the product. Let's go one deeper. Michael Jackson was the business. Rest in peace. But we need to be positioning ourselves. This is where I tell you guys to dig deeper. This is where I tell you guys that you need to really focus on building a legacy. You cannot do that as a one-woman show. Guess who did that for a long time and got burned out? Okay? So you have to, at some point, make a transition plan. You have to make that plan to say, okay, I have trained people. I have trained my team. I have put down everything in writing. So whenever the next person comes through the doors, they are equipped to take over. You don't have to have your hand in every single aspect of your company to make it work or to even make it profitable. Even if your name is the brand, please start understanding and embracing that, because we like to be, Superwoman syndrome. For a long time, under my other brand, Empower Me was about Adrienne's message. Adrienne. Adrienne was booked for gigs. Adrienne was booked for appearances. Adrienne was booked to speak. Adrienne wrote books. Adrienne provided content. See where I'm going with that? Eventually you get burned out. I got burned out. And here's how it manifested with me. And this is where I said Superwoman syndrome can kill you. In 2014 began the descent of my, emotional state and my world around me. And a lot of you know my story. With my sister, with the loss of her twins, I lost my best friend after that. So it was a steady down. I got to a point where I divested myself from my business because I needed that mental health break. And I didn't know how to tell people I needed that. So I shut down. I shut down completely. And I know some of you have been there or on the verge of being there. It's not healthy. What I did was I divested myself away from my businesses, companies, and started losing revenue. Wasn't doing any work. I had money to live off of, but I wasn't paying attention to the long term, and my wealth started diminishing. So when I finally got myself back together and I finally was able to articulate my thoughts, and heads up to Jay Stone, thanks to Jay Stone for helping me on that. She helped me just by being a friend and getting me to start talking about the pain, because guess what? As Superwoman, we don't do pain. We don't talk about that stuff. People don't want to know that. They just want to buy your products. They just want to buy your services. They need you to fix their problem. They need you to make them feel better, be more successful, be more productive, grow their companies. I wasn't taking care of me on the inside or outside. There were days I just laid in the bed, sat out on the balcony. I left my home in Atlanta because it got oppressive. Superwoman syndrome. Nobody knew that unless I shared that. So it can be detrimental if you're that person that you are everything to everybody and your company, you're going to fail. That's number one. Number two, you can't run a high-figure company with no team. I don't care who you are. I don't care what these gurus say or what excuses or products or mindset retreats or coaching or whatever it is out there. Unless you're willing to, and until you are willing to invest, that means in people. I don't care if you have to start with interns. Make sure you make that one hell of an intern experience where you give them the best education possible. I don't care if you start with part-time help. I would prefer you have full-time help. But what I need you to do is set aside a budget, because guess what? When you have a team in place that can handle things, someone for marketing, someone for sales, someone for admin work, someone for tech, someone for whatever. When you have people in place that can handle that for you, if you get to a point where I got back then, your company won't shut down. This is why I love to ask people this question. If your company, if there was a tragedy, if you were caught up in Houston with the hurricane, if you had an illness, if you had a loss in your family, if you had a shift in the market, would your company still be able to be profitable and sustainable? Those of you who are in my Mogul Chix Academy, we've had that conversation, so don't cheat and don't put any answers into the comments box, okay? But we've talked about this. I think it's very important that we, again, take that cape off and make sure that we have capable teams that can do the work for us. Because guess what? Very rarely, unless it's a case of you are the product, you are the brand, very rarely does a customer care who within your organization fixes their problem as long as it gets fixed. Again, take off the cape, ladies. I know it's sexy to say I'm busy. I have all these companies. I have this, I have that. Listen, I have 4 companies, okay? We have Mogul Chix. I have my Palm Tree Life Properties. That's my real estate. I have Curvy Girl Closet, and I have Busy's Place. You guys got the note. I retired Empower Me. But if I am no good and I don't have people to manage for me, it all goes downhill. Take off the cape, okay? Let's go to the next point. It's almost impossible to scale and grow a company if you make it owner reliant. Every single one of you need to, from now, set the clock. 18 months, 24 months, 3 years, set that clock. I'm giving you permission. I'm telling you to do it now for you to transition from your company. This is what I mean. And those of you who are in the academy, we talked about this again, no cheating in the comments, okay? You need to set a plan in place for you to have a capable staff, a capable team that will come on board and run that company like clockwork should you step down. I don't want to be CEO forever for Mogul Chix. I have visions. I have big, huge visions of where I want it to go. But I know, number one, I can't get there by myself. Number two, once I get there, to get to the next level after that, I'm not equipped for that. So I'm going to have to find people to come in. Why do you think Walmart, Target, all these other companies, even Spanx, all those companies, why do you think they have CEOs that they hire? I'm not talking about the owners, CEOs. The owners took the cape off. They found people who were smarter and more skilled than them and understood their vision to grow their companies. See what I mean? Take the cape off. Have a transition plan in place. 18 months, 24 months, 3 years max. Even if you, let's say you decide, I want to set this in place and in 3 years come and you're not ready to retire yet, that's okay. Get in the habit of planning your exit from the very beginning. You don't know what's going to happen. If all planets align and God willing and everything goes the way it's supposed to go, your company could explode and you could have explosive growth. You could be a multi-million dollar company. But what happens when you're ready to move on to do the next thing? Are you going to shut down the company? No. Are you going to sell it? Probably not. Well, if you're smart, you can get a big exit, but that's another conversation. We don't want to talk about that. So think about your transition plan. Take the cape off. You're not meant to run your company for your entire life. And it's okay. It's okay because you'll have other things that you want to do. You can move into philanthropy. You can move into starting whole new projects or whole new companies. So take that cape off. Invest in the help. And then you have to take the risks and make investments in the things and the people that will get you to the next level. Now, you guys, most of you know me. I'm not a coaching person per se. I didn't say coaching was bad. It's just some coaches are ill-equipped to coach people. And some people go into the guise of being a business coach and really are not business coaches. They're trying to teach you how to do Facebook ads and marketing and stuff like that. But a business coach will understand what your direction is, what your long-term goals are, and they will do their damnedest to help you get there, not just sit on the side and give you worksheets and rah cheers, hey, fix your mindset. No, they're in the trenches and rolling up their sleeves with you. Those are more advisors than coaches, but you need them. You need those people. You need that person that's going to be in your corner, that's going to be able to say, hey, you're doing this wrong, or hey, let's fix this, or hey, here's a different route. Let's try this. They have to be just as invested as you are. So invest in the people that are going to invest back in you. Invest in a team. Like I said, start now with a budget. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't take millions of dollars to hire people, but think about it like this. For those of you who say, well, I don't have a budget right now, or I'm not ready right now, think about this. For every person you don't hire, I want you to put a dollar number to the amount of sales, the amount of revenues you lose out on by not having that person. Think about that for a moment. That's right, Patrice, budget. Think about that for a moment, because by you saying I need to save my $10,000, that person who you could have bought in for, paid commission to for $10,000 to get sales, that person could have bought in $80,000. So you lost $80,000 because you didn't want to spend $10,000? Do the math. Do the math. Again, take off the Superwoman cape. You can't do it alone. You should not be doing it alone. Go find you some help. And I'm not for everybody, so I'm just letting you know this is not a sales pitch. But find somebody that is on your length. Or no, I'm sorry, above your length, above your level. Because those are the people who have been there, done that, and they can show you another way. There's always more than one way to do something. So don't ever be so locked into something that you close your eyes or close your mind to other opportunities, because you could be blocking your blessings. And then the final thing is, let me say this really quickly. There's a difference between responsible frugality and reckless cheapness. Write this down, please. There's a difference between responsible frugality and reckless cheapness. I'm going to leave that there. Do with it what you will. So write that down. And the final point is accept and acknowledge your weaknesses and your shortcomings. I had to learn that, and it humbled me, because like I said, I don't know everything. I know a lot of things about a lot of things, but I don't know everything. You have to humble yourself. And no matter what your spiritual context is, no matter what your spiritual beliefs are, you have to take that time to feed your spirit and your mind and stop and listen. I pray and meditate pray and meditate every single morning. I pray in the morning before my feet hit the ground, and I meditate as I take my walk. You guys have seen me with Jose Cuervo, or some of the pictures I posted, not really lately, but where I go to the lake and I sit and I meditate and I think about it, and all of my good ideas come to me when I'm sitting there in that quiet. You have to sit in those moments when you're confronted with your weakness and your shortcoming. Acknowledge it. Acknowledge it. Figure out what you're going to do to either A, compensate for it, fix it, or B, hire that weakness. I'm not an accounting person. I hate it. Some of you have seen my journey on Facebook when I talked about a couple of years ago when I had the statistics class and it was killing me literally. I know my limitations, okay? So why are you trying to do every single thing in your company? Why are you trying to be everything and do everything? You can't. Acknowledge your shortcomings. Take off the cape. It is not a sign of weakness. It is a sign of maturity and growth. When you can acknowledge it, you can fix it. So stop hiding and stop putting on airs for people. A lot of people I know like that. They're like, no, I'm the expert. I'm the boss. Let me tell you something. When I have a problem, I'll admit that I have a problem. And I'll say it. I don't have a problem saying that. So take off that cape. I want you to use criticism to fuel you. I posted something earlier about positive and negative criticism. All people who give you positive criticism don't necessarily have your best interests at heart. Some of those are yes people. Some of them are just go along to get along people. Your real people, the real G's, as I call them. Thank you, Sean Morrison, for that term. The real G's will tell you when you're fucking up. Excuse my language. They will tell you. They will tell you when something is not right. They will tell you when something is the wrong road to go. You do not want to surround yourself with a bunch of yes people and praisers, because all they're going to do is keep you blindly thinking that you're doing the right thing, and you're going to miss that off-ramp where you were supposed to go. You're going to miss that opportunity to move into the space that you were destined to be into. Ladies, don't look at negative feedback as hate. It's not hate. It's not hating. And a lot of you know me, and I'll tell you straight up, if something is garbage, I'm going to tell you straight up that it's garbage. But I'm not going to stop there. I'm going to give you suggestions. That's what someone who has a good intention, a good heart will do. They will sit there and not just tell you where you went wrong, but they'll help you find a solution to fix that or course correct. So take that negative feedback and deal with it. Deal with it. Don't internalize it like, girl, she hating on me, or jealous people and all that. No. First of all, jealous is petty. Hate is petty. Those are two things I don't allow in my energy and in my space. Take negative criticism to say, okay, if I'm not doing this right, or this is not working the right way, You tell me, show me, guide me. Do not be afraid to ask for guidance or assistance. Okay. Now we had 25 minutes. I didn't intend to stay on this long. So I hope you guys got some nuggets. I want to hopefully be able to do this every day. No, not every day, every week. And look, I got this from Melissa. Remember you gave these out, Melissa? I put notes in here. I carry this everywhere that I go. I'm a note taker. So let me get down to the other announcements that I have really quick. First, thank you guys for giving me this much time and coming on when I had the technical issues. You know how Facebook is crazy. So hopefully I can download this and put this on the website or something. But the announcements that I have is, okay, you know about the radio network, mogulchixradio.com, coming to you on Friday. I will let you know when the rest of the lineup is there. We have openings for people who want to be hosts. Contact my assistant, Tamara Henson, about that. She can help you with the packages that we have. Put it this way, with everything that we offer with that, all you have to do is show up and record or show up and stream. That's it. We do the production, the editing, the graphics. We do the marketing. We do the analytics. We do all of it, the maintenance and everything. So, and we send you the equipment to broadcast with. So ask Tamara about that, Tamara@mogulchix.com. The second announcement is, after a long standing and after the hemming and hawing and me being ashamed because I didn't think it looked like Forbes or it was good enough to run with Forbes, guess what's coming out this week? Guess what you can now go and order this week? Mogul Chix magazine. It's ready, guys. It's ready. You can order the print issue. I'm so excited. It's not as full as I want it to be because there's a lot of other sections that we are putting in there for the next issue, which will be out in November. But you can now get it. And yes, it does say summer issue. And yes, we're still technically in the summer quarter because fall doesn't start till October, the last quarter. So there we go. So if you want the magazine, you can order the print magazine or the digital magazine. I'm so blessed. To those of you who contributed articles, thank you. I love you. Mwah. I appreciate you more than you know. We got a lot of work to do because we're going to educate women. We're going to make sure we talk about politics, the economy. We're going to talk about multimillionaire women. We're going to talk about growing your legacy, wealth building, all the stuff that the other magazines are supposed to talk about. We're going to be better than Forbes. Yes, I'm putting that out there into the world because I firmly believe that. Okay, summer is not over to the 21st. That's right, Letitia. Summer's not over anytime for me because remember, I live in Florida. Okay, so I don't know of this fall that you guys and winter that you guys talk about. Okay, I only know summer. That's what I know. But the Mogul Chix magazine is out. You can order yours. mogulchixmagazine.com. It's gonna take it. I'm doing them on demand print, so allow about 2 weeks for the print issue to get to you. Two to 3 weeks before the print issue gets to you. Just let me know. It's mogulchixmagazine.com. I hope you guys join the mailing list. If you go to Mogul Chix, you see a little thing on the bottom. Go ahead. And then finally, Mogul Chix Academy. Some of you here are in the academy, and I'm not going to apologize for putting you through such an intensive experience, but my hope is that you gained a lot from it and that you have a story to tell after we're done. And we still have a couple of weeks left. So I'm so very proud. The email for my assistant is Tamara, Tamra, @mogulchix.com. I'll write it in there when I finish recording. But those of you who stuck with me, thank you for trusting me with the process for Mogul Chix Academy. I know that your businesses, your companies are going to be amazing and outstanding. And those of you who are ready, when I tell you this is not your ordinary growth accelerator, Letitia's in it. Yeah, that's it, Letitia. Tamra @mogulchix.com. Letitia's one of the people that are in the academy. She can tell you it's no nonsense, and it's about growing your company. So Mogul Chix Academy starts in October. We're taking registration, mogulchixacademy.com. And of course, you can always join Mogul Chix membership. We have the book club going on now. I don't know if you guys, the ones of you who are part of the Mogul Chix membership, you should have the Patron Way, the book that we're reading this month. Each month, you guys get a different book to read for the book club. And it's about educating. It's about keeping your mind nimble. It's about making sure that you get to that next level. I'm not here to play games. I was going to use that quote from Beyonce's song when she says, Big Freedia says, I'm not here to play with you, H word. I ain't going to do that because I don't disrespect women like that, but I ain't here to play. I'm not here to play games. I'm here to build multimillionaires. I'm here to build companies. I'm here to build legacies. And it ain't easy and it's not overnight, but that's what I'm here for. I'm not here to play. So anyway, thank you for indulging me with my Superwoman syndrome today. I hope you got a lot out of it. I will try to do this at least weekly. And my goal is to only talk about stuff that you guys really care about. So here's what I want you to do. I'm giving you a homework assignment. In the comments, or send me an email or tweet me or whatever, and use Mogul Chix chat as the hashtag. I want you to tell me what you want to talk about, because this doesn't work without you. This whole Facebook page is so barren and nobody really has conversations. Thank you to those of you who do respond, but let's get it started. I want you to call into the show. I want you to ask your questions. I want you to be a part of the process. I can't do this without you. So let's make it happen. Let's get it popping. And you guys have an amazing day. And I love you. Thank you for the vote of confidence and the belief in me and letting me into your world. So have a good afternoon, guys. I will see you later. And Mogul Chix ladies, I will see y'all tomorrow in class. We are working on, what are we working on? Terms and valuation. I'll see you tomorrow. Take care, guys.